So a very competitive betting heat for the inside track racing handicap hurdle, 2 miles, 7.5 furlongs. This time the distance, as I say, will be just shy of 3 miles. They're going to jump a total of 12 flights of hurdles this time. Just reminding you, a fair d'honneur is the colour change here, black with the black and blue check sleeves and the red cap. And that's the mount of Harry Bannister. Runners in the holding area. Favourite is number 11, Jessica Rabbit, for Max Kendrick and Graham McPherson. Graham had a double just the other day. She's currently favourite, Jessica Rabbit, at 5-2. Pearl Rose at 4-1. A fair d'honneur is at 7s. Huckabee 15-2. Grey Day at 8-1. Petrucci 14s with Quivylock 16-1. Viking Ruby 16-1. Drum Ray 16-1. Lava Lava's at 16s as well. Little Saint 28-1. And Into the Mist 100-1. Called in. They're off. Racing for the first division of the inside track racing handicap hurdle over 2 miles and 7.5 furlongs. 12 flights to be taken. And it's the colour change of a fair d'honneur with the blue and the black and the red cap who leads at the first flight. And one who was slightly awkward on landing there was Into the Mist in about 4th or 5th position, but got over safely as a fair d'honneur goes. Can fly. A little bit slow at the back was Jessica Rabbit there. Some 5 lengths detached and was a bit awkward at flight number 2, but it's a fair d'honneur who leads from Pearl Rose in second. Drum Ray is up on the rail in the orange and green colours. Little Saint is very handy indeed. Lava Lava in the red and blue coming around runners with Viking Ruby also prominent. Huckabee is alongside the Grey Day, pushed along towards the inside Into the Mist. Has been a bit awkward early on. A bit of a flash of the tail by Lava Lava as they went around that stable bend. In behind runners is Quivylock, who's got the spots on the sleeves, with Petrucci held up in the blue and green checks, and the back marker is Jessica Rabbit as they clear flight number 3, which they've all taken safely. So fairly well tightly packed the first 3/4 of the field, and leading is a fair d'honneur, being tracked through by Drum Ray David Bass, also Pearl Rose Paul O'Brien, very handy indeed. Then in the Star Jacket Little Saint, Lava Lava is widest of those and taking a bit of a pull. In behind, Viking Ruby's noseband in the black and white colours alongside Huckabee with the cross belts. Grey Day, Abby McCain is out wider. Then in behind that is Into the Mist towards the inside with Quivylock. Then comes Petrucci as they jump the next flight, and Jessica Rabbit will have to pass them all under Max Kendrick, but still a long way to go. So climbing and then beginning to level off again. So they start to freewheel, and there's a fair d'honneur with Lava Lava now just about in front, out widest of all. In between runners is Pearl Rose. Then in behind still Drum Ray has the inside. Huckabee a little bit lit up in behind runners. Getting a bit of cover there, Viking Ruby with the noseband and black and white colours. Out wider is Little Saint being tracked through by Grey Day. Then on the inside rail is Quivylock, who's held up towards the back of the main cluster alongside Into the Mist. Then comes Petrucci, and Jessica Rabbit continues 3 lengths off the back of them under Max Kendrick as they start to make their way into the home straight. Heading towards flight number 5. And Lava Lava's gone on now. The pace was pretty pedestrian early on, and Lava Lava goes on for Tom Buckley. Has quickly gone about 6 lengths clear from a fair d'honneur in second place, with alongside is Pearl Rose. Then on the far side is Drum Ray as they take the next flight. Huckabee is fairly handy, tracked through by Viking Ruby. Then out a little bit wider still Little Saint with Grey Day in behind runners. Quivylock continues on the inside in the maroon colours, with in behind Petrucci and Grey Day as they jump the next. Petrucci didn't get that high. Jumping slightly right-handed Into the Mist continues to be quite a tricky ride, and still the back marker is Jessica Rabbit, heading to what will be the final flight in the circuit's time. So over flight number 7, and as they skip over, the leader has about 4 lengths in hand at the moment. Lava Lava still moving on then, but with a good lead under Tom Buckley. To in second place is Pearl Rose. Just pushed along now is A Fair D'Honneur with Huckabee out wide. Drum Ray continues on the inside of runners. Grey Day is 4 deep on the track alongside Little Saint and Viking Ruby. Then in behind is Quivy Lock with Petrucci, and then Jessica Rabbit just overtaking Into the Mist, who's now the ridden along back marker. So racing out onto their final circuit. Still got 5 flights left to jump. And in front is Lava Lava. Good jump by the leader as they clear the next. Again, Petrucci didn't get that high back through the field, but Lava Lava is leading. Reminders at the back for Into the Mist. Lava Lava then going on by a couple of lengths to Pearl Rose. Then out slightly wider Huckabee, who's in a share of second place. A Fair D'Honneur continues to be ridden along. Drum Ray gets a shake of the reins on the inside, but is still in a close attendance of the leaders. Out wider is Grey Day and Abby McCain, just getting a little bit closer now. Little Saint comes next with Viking Ruby and Harry Reid. Towards the inside is Quivy Lock, who's never left that position. And then in behind that, ridden along now, Jessica Rabbit tries to improve. Petrucci's under pressure as well, and they are leaving Into the Mist behind. Lava Lava's being caught by Huckabee. Grey Day's made very good headway for a share of second place. In behind still is Pearl Rose. Then on the inside, Drum Ray. They're followed by Little Saint. Viking Ruby goes well, just moving slightly wider of the pack. Also, Quivy Lock tries to improve in behind Drum Ray. Jessica Rabbit is in behind a whole wall of horses, and then comes Petrucci. So beginning the swing towards home, just over half a mile left to go, and it's Lava Lava on the inside of Grey Day. Then in behind is Huckabee, with Drum Ray on the inside. Ridden along now is Pearl Rose. Still going well is Viking Ruby. Out to the left, travelling very strongly for Harry Reid. In behind these, being ridden is Little Saint. Now creeping closer on the far side, Jessica Rabbit. Quivy Lock comes next with Huckabee. Then comes A Fair D'Honneur and Petrucci. Heading towards the final 3 flights. And Grey Day takes over now. But here comes Viking Ruby moving up sides. Then in behind is Pearl Rose being ridden far side, Drum Ray. Then comes Little Saint and ridden along Jessica Rabbit. Heading towards 2 from the finish. Viking Ruby and Grey Day upsides, little between the pair. They're kicked on by 5 lengths now to Pearl Rose and Drum Ray. Jessica Rabbit continues to make some headway, but got ground to make up on the leading pair. Then comes Little Saint. It's Viking Ruby at the final flight, over a length and a half clear from Grey Day. Then comes Jessica Rabbit in third place, who continues to stay on. Then comes Pearl Rose and Little Saint, but driven out Viking Ruby in front from Grey Day. Jessica Rabbit is staying on strongly late, but too late. It's Viking Ruby, another one for the Neil Mulholland team. Jessica Rabbit nearest finish in second. Then came Grey Day and Little